I'm going to
That
click
was
go
like some
live.
sort of strange fucking Andy Warhol
We
art or something.
are
Like it was like
going
fuck.
live. We're going live. It's Adam Post with Michael Beacon, Carl Rowe, Adam Friended, the Wangman himself, Wanger. Adam Post, College of the Dead. How you doing? So the five of us are gathered together here on a very solemn yet exciting night. What are we focused on? We're focused on Michael Beacon and the Seven Legions. Michael, how are you?
I'm doing good. We're steaming. We're going forward, full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Everybody watch out. Seven Legions is an exciting book. We want to try and get that book funded. We're all kind of getting together and working on it. We're sending tweets around. And we're trying to let people know about this. All right. Now, we just kind of put this together real quick because we were on Wenger's stream and things were not working so super. And we went with my internet connection instead. Okay. So we're happy to have that.
Wenger was streaming 6 people on his phone.
Yeah, he had like 6 people on his phone. He had internet things going on. He's in some kind of hotel. Carl was getting
His
really
phone was
pissed.
connected to like a coat hanger turned into rabbit ears. There was a tin can with a wire coming out of it.
A little squirrel running.
Are you guys telling me that you don't use AOL?
I'm a little behind the times on that.
How dare you? Of course we don't use AOL.
What? AOL is awesome. You can message your friends.
Hey, look at that. It's Ted Lehman, the amazing artist. Ted, great to see you. It's Turtle Rabbit. Turtle Rabbit, woohoo to you too, my good friend Turtle.
Oh, Turtle Rabbit's awesome. I was drawn a quarter fan edition. Turtle Rabbit did a fucking epic Deathsworn drawn. It was super cool.
Yeah, you get some great fan art for Deathsworn. Very impressive.
So there's some big competitors coming into the drawing show space now. I think there's like 3 of them.
Yeah, the War Campaign one and Yellow Flash's stream.
Yeah, I guess
Mike
Yellow
Curtis
Flash is tomorrow.
And to do one.
Yeah, are they?
I think the War Campaign is doing tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? When's Yellow Flashes? Because Yellow Flash
Wednesday. I think they're all found on Wednesday. They're all
like War Campaigners do. That's what I was thinking. Like, did they not coordinate, or War
I think
Campaign?
they're doing it earlier though. I think they're doing it a bit earlier. I don't know though.
Yeah, I think War Campaign is. I thought they were 9, and then Yellow Flash is like 10.
Oh, okay, that's good. Well,
yeah, I don't know.
There's probably some overlap. I don't know if they're going to draw for 3 hours. Who could
draw
for 3 hours? Jeez.
They're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of overlap, and they're going to get, I would say, a good 80 to 90% of the drawing show market, I would expect.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no. I feel sorry for Drawn and Quartered. I don't know how they're going to compete.
Mike is going to apologize, and Ethan will take him back with love, maybe. Who knows?
Mike's already apologized, though. And Ethan is not taking him back. So
no, he's got to do a lot better than that.
Actual apology.
He has to say the incantation.
He has to show that he's actually sorry.
He has to say, "Hail War Campaign!"
Exactly. Yeah. If Mike said "Hail War Campaign," I think we'd have Mike back. Speaking of Mike's, let's just talk about. Give us the basic rundown on what Seven Legions is. What's the Seven Legions book about? And I'm going to also look at it in the background here and see if we can just pull up the screen for Seven Legions so people can see what this book is about too. So Seven Legions is a book about what?
It's a story of Hiko, an orphan who becomes a samurai in feudal Japan's chaotic Civil War era. Every night when he goes to sleep, he dreams of the life of Azrakal, an angel who served the Seven Legions, which is a galactic peacekeeping force. So Hiko becomes drawn into the war between his clan and their former allies, while at the same time being drawn into the war between the Seven Legions and their 3 greatest enemies, who have allied together to destroy them from within.
Cool. Sounds
very,
awesome.
Very cool.
I love the artwork.
Yeah, we got Pablo Romero. He's doing half the story because each issue is split into 2 halves. There's the dream half, which is going to tell a self-contained story, and that's going to be drawn by Henry Ponciano. And there's the continuing adventures of Hiko, which are going to be drawn by Pablo Romero. in a retro anime style or retro manga style that I'm coloring like an anime, and I'm coloring all the art for this book.
So you're the colorist on the book, and you're having another artist draw it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
How are you what's your work with the other artist? I'm working on a book too. I'm working with another artist. I'm just curious if there's some overlap. Like, do you give them the panels that you want and they draw them? You give them the page. Are you using like a comic book story script type?
Yeah, I'm doing a script. I'm doing like I don't really do much detail in like the layout of the page. I just say like which panel should be the focus.
Mm-hmm.
And I sort of write the dialogue in so I have an idea where the story's going. And then they'll draw it, and then I'll come back and color it, and I'm doing the lettering as well.
That panel's amazing.
Oh yeah,
I met Michael Beacon in person at Bubba Fest, where I titty fucked Hexbox while I was there.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, Michael, did you do anything with Hexbox? Because I did titty fuck her, but I was wondering if you did anything while you were there.
I mean, I got really drunk, and I just remember a wild night with like seal noises. I don't know.
Yeah. So you might have done something.
I think so, maybe.
Wanger, did you just say you titty fucked somebody? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I titty fucked Xbox. I admitted this last week.
You titty fucked your Xbox?
Her name is,
I didn't know that was possible.
No, her name is Hexbox. It turned out that she was actually a dude.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how hairy these fat man titties were.
Oh my goodness. My
Yeah.
goodness.
I did later on.
This is obviously a pornographic stream. Is Seven Legions a pornographic book? Are we going to see titty fucking in this thing?
Drew, sorry if this is how you found out about this, but Hexbox is not a woman. So we'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
There was somebody that was posing as a girl in the Comicsgate community, and it turned out they were not a girl, and it disappointed some people. There was some drama about that. Kind of a low-level story, but also in a way funny, but it also very, very odd.
It was fucking disturbing.
Yeah, it was disturbing.
It was disturbing. People were trying to murk on a fucking disabled girl.
This might be too late to ask, but I don't know the theme of your channel, Adam. Maybe we shouldn't be talking about pornographic material.
Well, you're a good advisor, and I want to talk to you more, actually, Adam. I do need some advice from you. I've been getting some very generous advice from a couple of other YouTubers, and but when I'm around Wenger, I become a slightly different person. So people are going to have to understand that I do have my bad nights, but I appreciate Adam Friended is like, actually, I have looked up Adam Post a little bit. I looked at his Adam Post Media Group website. I've seen he actually was on the board of directors of a small public company. He probably does know some people, and we probably shouldn't ruin Adam Post, but the hell with it. Let's ruin Adam Post. We're with Wenger. We do have some fun.
Look,
for one night.
This was supposed to be my show. We weren't able to make it my show. Normally, we kick back, we have a good time. This is what you would call Blue Dolphin. See, Adam is going to have to take this stream down when it's over because
well, at least you're actually being recorded, Adam.
Yeah.
The
advantage things that I send Wenger for these shows, it's sort of absurd.
The advantage of having
take it seriously.
The advantage of having a small channel is that not many people are going to see this. You can always take it down. But
it's going to come back at some.
Well, maybe. I mean,
no, you're right.
So much of this stuff disappears. Like, there's been so much stuff that the only way it comes back is if people really want to target you. But you don't seem like a targetable guy. Yeah, because
I'm not a target.
Yeah, you're not doing stuff that's like dumb stuff on the internet. Yeah, exactly.
I'm harmless.
Wait till you hear him read through a fucking article for 20 minutes without adding anything importance to it.
Now let me read this article to you, and it says this word, and it's the first time I've been reading it.
What happened?
Show us some thoughtery. That's what you like to do.
That's me. Someone said they got my book. I'm very excited about that. Adam Post, hey, I got your book the day before last. Can't wait to read it. Awesome. That was 2 days ago. And you got the books, College of the Dead. Everybody's getting their College of the Dead book. Adam Post asked Wenger if he had to go full crying game and cry in the shower. I mean, it's a weekday, so of course. The answer is of course. That goes without saying.
Well, after I found out that Hexbox was not actually a female, yeah.
You knew all there was to know. All right, so Adam, thank you very much for looking out for me, brother. You're a good man.
Yeah. Totally.
I don't mean to misgender you, but you seem like a good man. If that's what I want to keep it straight. I don't want to offend anybody. All right, but no, it's good. You're good people. This one panel of art. So I did a show with Mike Beacon, one-on-one with him, like going over this, and I kept coming back to this one pinup because it's really amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah, Henry Ponciano, he blew it out of the water with this one, and I just sort of went in and did the colors on it. Turned out awesome. But yeah, that's what happened to Carl.
I tried to turn my camera on, and
I just look over and I see like it's slapping his camera.
Wait, what's going on?
I tried to turn my camera on. I turned my camera on, but it was like just on my forehead, and I went to adjust it, and it just everything collapsed. Everything's gone.
Why didn't you just leave it on your forehead like Edwin?
Say everything twice.
Yeah, say
Like
everything twice and have the camera right on your forehead.
Guys, back 7 legions. Back 7 legions.
Well, there's still time. You must back 7 legions. Let's talk about. Thank you, Stupendous 989. You backed a copy of College of the Dead for Stephen from Adam Post. I hope you get it. Did you? If you just backed it, it usually takes 2 weeks to get delivered, like to your door from the day you back it. So hopefully you backed it a little bit longer than that, but if not, it will be here. It'll be there in very short order. And let's just say hi to our friend Tank Ferret Art, going back to work. All right, well, the hell with you, man. Oh, I'm only kidding. 20 watching and only 9 likes. Good point. Everybody, you must like this. You must share it. We have superstars with us tonight, and we're talking about 7 legions.
Yeah, we're trying to get 7 legions funded, people. Please check it out.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
If there's one mega backer, there's one tier that you can get that'll get us right over that goal.
What is that?
That would be the legend tier. You get drawn in as a character of significance in the issue. If you're a guy, you'll be drawn in as the mentor to Azrakal. If it's a girl backer, it's going to be drawn in as the leader of the Goblin Resistance, who fought against the orcs to gain their freedom.
That's pretty cool. That's way cool.
Yeah, very cool.
You'll appear in
does the character you're drawn in get to date the girl in the middle of that scene?
Ooh, I like that.
In the middle, what scene?
The stupendous panel with the hottie, the hottie in the center. Is that my girlfriend? If I get drawn in, I'm curious.
Now that's
I want to know if that's a perk.
that's either Hiko's mom or Hiko's mom's cousin.
Oh, that's my mom. Oh no.
You can date
went in an uncomfortable direction.
Unexpected.
Oh no, when you're drawn in as for the legend tier, you'll be their mentor to Azrakal, who's on the sci-fi side of the story, or the leader of the Goblin Resistance, who basically becomes like a saint among their people. So you'll get to be like one of their top saints, of the goblins. If you're a girl and you back that tier.
Go back to that center panel, Adam.
I know, I love that panel. It's like the money shot.
So, but is that character in the panel multiple times? Like, is it the same girl two times there?
They're sort of like identical.
So is there identical twins in this book? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, those two are identical twins.
Okay, I got you.
They're ninjas, or kunoichi, I guess. The one with the bow is married to the guy at the bottom, who is Hiko's adoptive father, and Hiko is at the top in the red armor.
Okay.
And they served a clan called the Azai, who they wind up going against the Oda clan, which was one of the most threatening clans at that time.
Is there like a good guy, bad guy thing going on here, or they're just like different clans that have different priorities?
In the feudal Japan side,
Hmm.
I mean, there technically is a bad guy, but he's got he's got good motivations. He's trying to unite the country, so that there's no longer all these civil wars ravaging everything. But he does it in a very brutal way. Like this guy, he like at a few points, I think he like burned down entire temple mountains.
So he's
Women and
a
children.
sympathetic villain like Magneto.
Yeah, except he a few times he's killed lots of women and children just to burn a whole mountain town down, just to get rid of an enemy.
But just a
yeah,
few times,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, just a few times. I mean, it's nothing too big. Just once or twice. Everyone gets one or two.
I don't agree with everything he does, but
I mean, that time he massacred all those people. Yeah, that was.
Every now and then you gotta take a few people out. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You have to.
But-
I'm from New York, so that's kind of goes without saying.
Big. Higo's clan's going to go up against a few different enemies a few different enemy clans at different points in the story. Like at first, they're going to be allied with the Oda clan, that big, dangerous clan. But then conflicts of alliances cause them to go to war. But yeah, then there's like a few other side clans that they fight along the way.
There's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of martial arts.
Yeah.
So this takes place in our past.
Yeah, so basically, like, there's 3 different layers of history in the story. There's the history that we know, the history that the 7 Legions know, and a forgotten history that you're going to learn throughout the series. That sort of connects everything.
I like forgotten history, like alternate histories, and
Yeah.
because you
So,
gotta
like-
imagine, like maybe 10,000 years ago, we had this like whole fantasy Atlantis kind of technology going on Earth.
Yeah. Before human history as we know it, humans in this world were part of the Galactic Alliance of Empires.
Wait, is this your story or is this true?
Oh, yeah, this is the story. This is the story.
All right.
No,
It
I'm
is true.
I'm actually,
It's both.
He's trying
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Kind of
I'm actually
It's
spreading a
both.
new
It's
religion.
true.
Give me all your money and I'll give you enlightenment.
Well, because I would only believe stuff like that if Carl said it. I was like, wow, with that accent, it's probably true. Honestly.
But no,
All right, so there was the alternate fantasy. Sorry, we don't mean to interrupt you. We're just kind of embellishing a little bit. What up, Tony Sizzle? I love that name.
He does sizzle.
He's hot stuff. All right, so alternate fantasy. So this takes place in the past. Then the sci-fi portion, does that take place in the future, or is it just off planet?
it's just off planet. Like Earth in this universe is sort of like the backwater planet that everyone else sort of has a non-interference clause with. I forget what the Star Trek term for it was, but
Gotcha.
The Prime Directive.
yeah, Prime Directive. Yeah, they sort of have that sort of approach to Earth, but Hiko, because he has these memories and because he can see the other races. Like most humans can't actually see the other races, but because he can, he winds up becoming part of their conflict as well.
Stupendous said he's going to rewatch the Stereo in the morning.
Okay.
So it's important to know.
It's very reasonable.
Yeah, this is something I want to ask Adam Friended, because he has a bunch of people on his show that I wouldn't think would go on a show like Alex Apolopoulos, whatever his name is.
George. I
Yeah.
keep wanting to call him Alex too,
Yeah.
but it's George.
Yeah, George. They call him Soy George. I want to get Preston Poulter on my show, and he just won't respond. How do you do it?
Oh, good question. Excellent question.
Well, Winger, first of all, you have to be nice to people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't do that.
Wenger,
No.
you came up with what this man will be known as for the rest of his life on the internet. Like you came up with pocket pussy.
Yeah, that's That's kind of burning the bridge a little bit.
You
there.
made it so that people would Photoshop this man's face and replace his mouth with a plastic vagina's mouth.
Now,
and then
Winger, why
put
would
words in his mouth.
someone
Adam
wanna-
friended. He befriends people. He's a man of friendship and light and sunshine and rainbows. And you are a weird hot pot of sexual misery.
Oh my god!
So, what if I apologize to him? Do you think then he'll come on my show?
Well, there's this thing. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called trust.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna believe you if you just.
So how does he trick him into thinking it? That's the question. He's not looking to like have a long-term relationship with his psychic.
Right.
That's
He
that's
just-
a businessman talking. That's a guy that's been in business for a good couple
Yeah,
fucking
look,
years.
I never had a
wanna
job.
Get,
You know,
I
who's
want
gonna
to
hire
get
me?
Preston. I want to get Preston on stream, and I want to like humiliate him in front of my audience. And I don't know how to
Okay.
do that because he just won't. He won't listen.
He won't submit to the humiliation.
All
huh?
right, all right, all right. I got a strategy, and the chat can tell me if they think it's a good strategy or not. Wenger starts another channel. He calls himself Wengbox. Okay, he has his own Twitter handle. He creates a YouTube channel for the Lesbian Alliance.
Oh yeah, we're getting
Has the
good.
wig, takes the pics. It really is him in the wig. He can't be misgendered. No one can say he's not a woman. No one can say he's not a lesbian. That's his choice. His body, his hair, his choice. And then Wenger reaches out to Poulter because he's got a lesbian book
Yeah.
and says in his most Wengery voice, "Hey, how you doing? This is Wenghex, and this identity would like to have an interview with you and talk to you about lesbians and stuff on my lesbians channel."
Well, wait a second. This is even better because everybody knows that Wenger has a super hot supermodel sister.
Yes.
And so he could just pretend that Wenghex is his super hot supermodel sister, but it's just him in a wig.
Actually, I think, you know what, honestly, now we don't want this to happen because this would be wrong. But I think if you created that whole separate identity and said it was you, but it was just a different you, and you identified at that time as Wengbox, you could get Poulter basically misgendering you and get himself right off of Twitter.
Yeah, I just want to humiliate him, though. I don't really want him deplatformed.
I don't think we should introduce new personas to Wenger either. I think he might Donnie Brasco it.
Yeah.
And we play with fire on this channel. Unless
Yeah.
Adam Friended says we're not supposed to, and then we won't
He'll
do it.
forget which one is the like made up identity and which one's the real one before you
That
know
stuff
it.
can happen. That can happen.
That's how I
Sure.
became the person that I am now.
Who do you think he used to be?
Yeah, I don't even remember who I used to be.
Adam Friended, while we were talking, he's like, all right, I got a second.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, thanks, man. So the way you got George on your channel was basically you were just sincere. You're like, hey, I want to hear what you have to say. And you are sincere, and you did have a good interview with him. I did listen to it. You do have the patience of a saint, even though
We
towards
left
the
on
end.
good terms. We left on good terms. Like he only was upset about the way people came at him, but you can understand why people came at him because he's making all these false allegations against people without evidence. And
Did you
people don't
notice
like that.
Did you notice in your interview with him, by the way, about like it might have been like 20 minutes into it, he was saying about how, well, I know this and such about some of these people because I go digging, meaning that like he goes digging into people's internet profiles, and then 10 minutes later, you guys were talking about it, and he was criticizing other people for going digging into people.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah.
He actually did say that. Usually
Yeah.
people say one thing that's contradictory, and I'm like, all right, now I'm mad, and I'm not going to listen to anything else. But your interview with him was really good.
See what,
Well,
that sucked.
what got me was I think he said something about like the whole kiss the ring thing with Ethan was
Yeah.
essentially just showing him respect, like for the help that he gets. It's like
I know. It's like
I've been hearing this since all the controversy about Ethan has come up, and I've just been thinking like, oh, is he really in the back rooms just demanding things of people? It's like, no, he's just asking for respect from the people he helps.
Yeah, don't spit in my face has become kiss the ring.
That's it.
Well, you know what, Adam? You have some extra insight into this. All right, so this is the intelligent question I was hoping to ask you. So when we broadcast and when we become an internet personality, Ethan is one, but really all of us are that are on the internet. Now, we might be like, some of us might be being ourselves more than others, but Ethan, explains how, like, for him, he's always trying to make a show. He was telling this story recently about the Beatles. And I think you were on that stream, Adam, when he was saying that the Beatles were in Germany and they were telling the Beatles, like, you can't just play the music. You also have to make show. You have to be entertaining.
I'm getting some feedback when I'm answering you, so it's a little distracting.
Damn it.
Someone doesn't have headphones plugged in.
I don't. All right, I'll put headphones on.
That'll hurt your show.
Headphones are going on. No more beautiful flowing hair.
Yeah, but you could get like a little earbud like I do. If we're in the tips portion of the show. I'm with you. You want to put your best self forward on stream.
Landing.
For Adam, it's very important that people see his curtains. That's part of his mystique. The curtains.
That's my mystique. People don't know if I'm underground or what's going on.
I do
here,
like
but
the
there's always
curtains.
red
Yeah.
Like a fucking
very David Lynch.
Bunker.
That's how we do it.
That's his character. He's the curtains guy.
Yeah, one of the guys, Simon, was developing a character with that person of multiple identities, and they have my red curtains drawn in the background. But unfortunately, I think they won't be published now. Things happen.
Whenever that somebody says curtains for you, that's what they're talking about.
My lesbian channel. Oh, schemes and scams, Paul. Very good.
Yeah.
There are schemes and scams.
Wait a second here. Splendopia, he's talking about, which I think is Rob from Cyborg USA. He says, can Wenger do a British accent?
So we never finished on the internet personality thing. That's another thing that people.
Adam, thank you for that.
a lot of people get upset on the live stream. A lot of people get upset on the live streams when you start a topic and then you don't finish it.
Right now, about
they're like, I was waiting to hear the answer to that, and I never heard it.
Now wait a second. This guy, Adam Frieden, is coming on here, and he's being like all professional and stuff.
No, I really do like it though. I like that kind of stuff. I like the focus stuff, and I actually do want to know the answer. So let's do that. So the point, let's stick just to the point of that one thing about, like, so when you're an internet personality, you're going on. You've got to be entertaining. You're not doing it just to get yourself. Likes and have people. It's great when you get positive feedback, but the point is, it's work.
Yes, totally.
Right? It's work.
Yeah.
You're very cognizant of who you are when you're broadcasting at all times if you're going to really build this into something successful.
Yes, high energy. You want to be high energy, definitely.
Well, you're never really off the clock because the internet is always on, so you're always on Twitter or YouTube or something.
And your YouTube persona and your Twitter persona, obviously, you would keep relatively consistent.
Yeah, you want to be the same person.
Yeah,
but if you're doing it right, people want authenticity. So if you're doing it right, it shouldn't be that hard because you're just being yourself.
Yes, I agree. Authenticity is what people want. Yes.
I think post is sometimes too authentic. I think sometimes he's just another guy reading through an article.
The Carl criticism is what I live for, because no one else but Carl would even think to criticize.
I just don't like
part of the love.
I just don't like hearing more than like 5 seconds of no audio on a stream. I start getting nervous. I just start throwing fucking arrows at people, hoping to land.
What's your story, Carl? I don't know that I know you.
Oh, my story?
Yeah.
Jesus, what do you mean my story?
Carl O'Rowe creator? Yeah, Carl O'Rowe makes Death Sworn. It's the not gay version of Star Wars.
He also did a print for my campaign.
Yeah, I did a print for Seven Legions show, Adam.
Awesome.
In the
Seven
update.
Legions.
He's known in the chat as the Angry Potato.
because I'm Irish. And
Yeah, it'll be in the first update. It'll be the second picture to show up on it.
Okay. These are good directions.
Yeah, cool. So
We've seen that piece, sir. Oh, that is beautiful.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
How do you do that?
huh?
It's just like
Yeah,
drawing.
that's great. That's
is.
amazing.
Draw it and you color it and you send it to Michael and he goes, "Yeah, that's cool." Hopefully.
Wow.
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they say that's horrible. Do this instead.
Is it a pinup?
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of the. So when you back the print tier and above, you'll get you'll start off getting 3 prints, with more being unlocked through stretch goals. So you could be getting up to 6 prints if we fund all stretch goals. But yeah, this is one of the 3 prints you'll get right off the bat.
Yeah, that's
Who else
amazing.
is in it? There's me. There's Pablo Romero, right? Narwhal is the stretch goal.
Yeah, and then the really cool looking battle one. That's another one that's by Henry Bonciano. Yeah, so
that's really, really beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Amazing work, man.
Thanks. Yeah, the print tier is $50. You get, start off with 3 prints. Those usually sell at a convention for $10 to $15.
Oh yeah, you know what? We probably should do the tiers. The print tiers is your featured tier, and you've sold 10 of those, which is pretty good.
Yeah, so I think that's the best deal of the campaign, especially now that we've unlocked 2 of the posters. Because initially I was just going to do 1 starting off, but I wound up getting about $2,000 to invest in this story. So I put that in moving stretch goals forward. So you're getting 3 posters right off the bat, with more unlocked later. And you start off with issue 1 and issue 2, with issue 3 being the first stretch goal. So yeah, the print tier, you get the books, you get them signed, you get your name in the thank you page, and you get the prints.
Nice. And then you have the physical copy at $20.
Yep, that's the books, and all tiers come with the swag items that we'll unlock. And we're starting off with a bookmark done by Simon Sempotier, and we're going to do a 4-pack of trading cards.
Cool. Oop. All right.
When you came to Boba Fest, how long did it take you to get to Knoxville?
I forget. I drove through the night. I had like a big whole bottle about this big filled with double caffeinated coffee.
Yeah.
Anytime
so it took a while.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't just come over and drink this whiskey with me right now.
Nope.
Oh, Wenger's lonely.
Yeah, I wanted to.
That's so. That was like the most.
I wanted to see Michael
Bacon.
Bacon. Yeah.
That's sincerity right there. That's honesty.
It is.
That's
it's
authenticity.
True. That's what we're talking about.
All right.
See, that's what you have to do when you're reading articles, Adam. You have to fucking cry. No more of this dry reading. You have to be lonely
come
and
on.
cry.
Show us your Jordan Peterson. We want to see real tears.
Wait, we're talking about my videos?
Hey, Adam,
I thought we were.
Do you care to show what I'm showing right now?
What do you? Yeah, I would love to. What is it? Oh wait, that's illegal in this country.
Yeah, we're finally getting some color. If you can see that.
Wait, this is Wenger's. It looks like StreamYard. Well, I just shared Wenger's screen, and it's StreamYard now.
Oh, I guess I don't have enough bandwidth to show anything.
Do you want me to show that one page? I can go find it while we're talking. That one page that you showed in one of the group rooms.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
That's what I want to show.
Okay.
Thanks, brother.
Hey, that's what we're here for. Yeah, we're really excited. We did a Comicsgate alert on this a couple of weeks ago. A Comicsgate alert sounds like
Comicsgate alert. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, Wenger does that, and then we tell people what's going on, and then when it's over, this has been a Comicsgate alert, and then
that's cool.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this. Where does this happen?
It's when we were talking about Super Harem being in color.
Am I not Comicsgate? Because I've never been alerted. Does that mean I'm out?
We only did it once. It was really funny.
Had an alert today.
I never heard the sirens.
It was bugging me that Wenger hit his stretch goal for color, but he didn't have any color pages to show. And it had been like 2 weeks, and he had been on like Ethan's stream another 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. We've got to do a stream.
Yeah.
Like just talking about how
Hold
Super
on.
Harem is
2
color
weeks.
now.
Because
The
he hit my
colorist.
stretch goal when about the time I was starting my campaign, I think.
Yeah, we hit the stretch goal to get color in May.
Yeah.
And the colorist that I hired is my friend. He's a really good guy. I don't want to like throw him under the bus, but it's 6 months later since I paid him, and I don't have any color pages, so I had to let him go, and I hired a new colorist. And I'm getting stuff back now that's blowing my mind. Like the new colorist is great. She's the colorist from Door Kickers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And it's very
Aaron
different
sent
from
me
Door
over there.
Kickers too.
Yeah, it's the stuff she's doing on Super Harem. Yeah, it's very different from what she did on Door Kickers. She's very talented.
Yeah, she's got a wide range.
Yeah.
Farah, and I don't know how to pronounce her last name properly, but she's very good. She's doing a little bit for me too, for College of the Dead book 2. This is beautiful work. All right, so you're finding the page that you want us to show?
Yeah, I just sent it to you. But yeah, I had to let my colors go. I feel like he's lost me money, honestly, because I feel like if I had color pages to show on Ethan's show, I would have a lot more on my IGG right now.
Well, the truth is yes, but it wasn't intentional, and
Yeah. Again,
but,
the guy's a friend of mine. I'm not angry at him. I'm not. It's just I paid for work and I wanted it done.
yeah, and not having it, it's hard to just tell your people. It's hard to tell people that your book is in color now. It's much easier to show them and say, hey,
Yeah.
look at this color page, which we're about to do in 1 second. All right, we're going to show the first public broadcasting of Wenger's color page of Super Harem. And you would not imagine what it looks like. It looks real cool. And as soon as I can click the right button.
Yeah, this is great. And it's not even finished, but it looks beautiful the way it is.
Maybe
She's still working.
Maybe
what are you saying?
Your colors couldn't finish because your book is so damn sexy, Wenger. Come on, you gotta keep taking breaks.
Adam, you're telling me to act normal. You're like, hey, if Adam Post is going to be nuts, I may as well ruin my life.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. All right.
Remember,
I meant to take a cold shower. I don't know what you're talking about, Adam.
Yeah.
Jeez, dirty mind over there.
I need 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Only kidding. No. So tell us what's going on this page. Can you see it, Wenger?
Yeah. Well, this is the beginning of the story where Tim he's been single for a while because he has these weird powers that could destroy the world. Every time he has sex, he could destroy the world. It's a heavy burden. So he's been alone for an undetermined amount of time. And his friend has dragged him out to this party, and this is where he meets Journey for the first time. And you can see her getting in his face. She's feisty. They've been put together for beer pong, and she's very serious about beer pong. She does not want to lose. So that's what we're seeing right here.
Interesting. And this is what page number is this?
It's early on. It'll be like page 7 or 8 probably.
Well, this looks very cool. I think you're going to be very happy with Farah.
Zoom in a bit, Adam. Show it off.
All right. How am I going to do
Can you figure that out?
Well, yes.
Yeah, but look, she was doing that thing that they do on Tumblr where they make people's noses red. And I was like, that's okay for this scene because they're drinking. Yeah. But I want to make sure that you're not planning on doing that through the whole book because that's not what we do here.
Well, I've worked with her as well. She did 2 covers for me, and they're going to be for College of the Dead 2, which we're going to announce that and start sharing it around tomorrow, which is very exciting. Not launching it, but just the sign up for it. But anyway, she made revisions for me, and just our communication is great. And the best thing is to just make sure you have deadlines. And since somebody made a comment specifically about talking about the artist who didn't deliver, I want to just put that comment up and comment on about that, because it's a decent point, but here's the best way to really handle this. So Reno says, Adam, name and shame, share the names of the unreliable artists who are stealing money and sabotaging projects. Not saying that anybody is, but just the comment. I'll give you 2 to start. Okay, these other 2 people. All right, people that can't be trusted. Well, the thing of it is it is good to make sure that other people are aware, like, hey, you should watch out. This person's not really doing work or whatnot. But the truth of it is, when you have a working relationship with an artist or with a writer, or really also in business, sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes the communication is not right. And sometimes the fit is not right, but sometimes it really is just communication. And what I was just about to tell Wenger is, what worked well with me with Farah, but also works well with other people, is to be very upfront about deadlines. Even if you don't have a strict deadline, it's very helpful for people to know how to prioritize their work, their income, how they know if they're meeting expectations or not. So if you're the one who's in charge of the project, and Adam Friended, I know you've worked with and hired and been hired, a lot of freelance and production management situations, but it's really helpful to be like, look, I really need to know that I'm getting at least whatever it's going to be, 2 pages per week. Can you accommodate that in your schedule? Whatever the number happens to be.
Yeah, I just told her straight up what the situation is. I said, look, we had this stretch goal that we were going to get the book colored, and we hit that in May. And my backers want to see some color art. Like I get all the time, people are asking me, when are we going to see some color pages?
Sure.
And I would show it to my colorist, and I would be like, dude, what is going on? Why can't I show them this? They want to see it. They're like demanding it. We got to keep our customers happy.
Yep.
And I need some stuff to show like as soon as possible. And she got right to work, and this is what I have now.
Well, she's very, very cool. Does she do flats first?
Yeah, she sent me some really cool flats. Let me send you something.
Okay. What are flats? Flats? Carl, I know you love flats.
I have the best flatter in the world, dude.
Yeah, if you ever need flats, if you need flats done basically for $1 a page, just contact Carl.
What?
He will do your flats.
No.
He loves flats. He's flat crazy.
Flats suck, but I have the best flatter ever. I have this dude from the Philippines who he hassles me for more work. It's great.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
He's
That's
the best.
Good to know.
I gave him 10 pages. One of them was that big giant double page spread with all the spaceships and shit. He got back to me he got 10 pages back to me in like 2 days.
What a
layers
man.
separated and everything. He was great. Like, it's a must have. This is the first time I've ever been able to really pay someone to work with me.
Carl, because you're a super talented painter, for those of us who don't understand just the common language of flatter, what does a flatter do in the coloring process?
It's sort of like color separations. They go in and where everything is flesh colored, they lay down the flesh. Where everything is, if it's Superman's blue of his jumpsuit, they lay down the base blue, they lay down the base red, the yellow. They might not even do that. They'll just lay down that shape in a color so that you can go in and take it and twist it. And I'm working on flats right now. I'm coloring right now. I can screen share and show you it.
Yeah. It's like the first stage in coloring, like you just kind of build the foundation of what it's going to be later. So I sent Adam a really cool page that she flatted. This is one of the first things that I got back from her.
Oh, is it on screen? Yeah, it is. Is that a peepee over there? No.
This is like the first page. Tim is hanging out on the beach, and you're getting like some exposition about like the world that he lives in. And you see this cool statue of the Valkyrie, who's this huge superhero character that protects their city, that protects Apollo Beach.
Nice. So this is flats. This is the flat stage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this is flats. So
and then
you go in and you separate the colors, like what Carl was saying, and then you add detail later. Like this is the foundation of what will be color.
This is like basic layouts, and then Carl or Wenger or me or whoever's responsible for this, we get to approve the flats, and then tell the colorist like, yeah, this is good. Go render it. Or in the case of Carl, he's an actual artist, so he'll pick up this art and he'll finish it, and it'll look beautiful. You saw what Carl did on that other pinup for Seven Legions. So it's the process is very, very interesting. I think it's cool to talk about process as long as we are having fun with it. Adam, are you familiar with this? Adam Friended?
Yeah, I am. I have never done any flatting or coloring, but I think that I might be able to do it because I do a lot of digital stuff before I actually begin a painting. So I kind of lay it out and structure it and stuff like that. So, and I do a lot of thumbnails on YouTube. I'm always trying to do crazy thumbnails. So.
Oh, thumbnails are great.
Yeah, so I have some experience.
Look at these cool buildings, though. Is Joe not great at drawing these cityscapes?
Oh yeah, it looks great. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Adam, you do a lot of fine artwork, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So fine artwork, it's more conceptual than it's draftsman-like. Is that a fair thing to say?
The group that I'm really in, I don't know if you're familiar with lowbrow art, but I'm kind of in that lowbrow circle. And really, it needs to be technically, you have to master painting technically to really be in that circle. So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys draw like really detailed buildings and stuff like that? Do you have to do that?
I have. Yeah. I've done a futurist. I have this painting in the background has a super futurist city in the background. So
cool. Well,
yeah, I did the city separately, and I kind of roughed out a.
Will you tell Preston to go on my show?
Yeah, I'll tweet at him right now.
Yeah, tweet at him, please.
Are you a bother to Preston? Do you think?
If Preston wants to come on my show, should I let him come on, or is that gonna drive everyone crazy?
You should have Wenger waiting, sitting outside the room, and just let him loose on him.
I don't know that I can get someone else on because George had such a bad blowback from coming on. Like I think George thought his performance was impeccable, walked away thinking, got him.
Yeah.
And then things happened.
Yeah, it didn't work out that way.
All his cronies were like, "You really made us look stupid. Please don't do that again."
Did you guys get to see Adam on Mike's channel talking with Edwin? And trying to get Edwin to define things.
I tried.
That was really pretty damn good.
I reached out to Edwin and tried. I said, "Listen, Edwin, you shut me up on that show, and you threw out a bunch of arguments, and then you left before you ever let me respond. Like that ain't cool. Like what the hell? Let's finish this debate."
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to do it. So.
Well, you're like a scary intellectual with that stuff. Like you're actually knowledgeable about these things.
This is what's crazy because everyone's talking to me like I'm Johnny come lately. I'm like, I've been on YouTube for 3 years examining the like pro free speech, anti-fragile side of the debate. Like I know this debate. It's in every single institution around us.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's like when Adam doesn't really have a dog in the fight, and a lot of those guys, they're just playing a gotcha game. Like they just have people that they want to protect. They don't care about what they did, and they only see this through a power dynamic. And it's always the person who has the most subs, who has the biggest following, has the biggest whatever, who's in the wrong.
Yeah.
You know, no one will ever bring up when fucking George was talking about swatting and all this shit, throwing accusations everywhere. No one will ever bring that up and say, okay, well, what does that bring? Like, what causes that? People want to talk about people having a responsibility as a creator. Do you not have a responsibility to that, like to call out that bullshit?
Yeah, we all have a responsibility. You're exactly right, Carl.
Yeah, Carl's pretty sharp. Did you know about Carl's book, Death Sworn, by the way?
No, I'll check it out.
Bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up.
Yeah, let me try and figure out how to do that. I should know by now. Pretty much just type Death Sworn in here, and that ought to do it.
It should just be on in your bookmarks.
Yeah, why don't I have it open already?
Didn't you back it yet, Adam Post? Didn't you back this one? You should be able to just go to the books you backed.
Is there a cheap ass digital version?
No, because
I probably didn't.
I do not offer
I might not
lower
have backed
products.
I might not have backed it. They're not cheap.
Man.
I really should though. $18,000. Well, it's worth it. Carl, tell us what Death Sworn is about. I want Adam Friended to know how cool your
I like this book already.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's a epic 80s inspired space fantasy book. It takes the larger than life characters of like something like Masters of the Universe and smashes it with some John Carpenter type humor and grit.
Nice.
And it's about an empire of sun-stealing solar vampires. They're not like Hollywood vampires that suck blood and are scared of sunlight. These guys live on sunlight. They live on solar energy. So they've amassed this gigantic galactic empire where they can seize suns with this sacred technology and sap them of all its energy. And they can even shoot its energy across different galaxies to light up different planets. And in their wake, they've just left hundreds of thousands of planets in complete destruction. And there's one guy that's standing up to them, and it's Death Sworn.
So those are the bad guys then? He's going up against the Solar Eaters?
Yeah, the Dark Stars.
Nice. I like the artwork.
Oh, thanks, man.
Most of the stuff I paint is like sexy girls doing things. So
there's a go way down, Adam, to that really sexy picture.
All right. We're going.
Good down.
That's my area of expertise. Whoop. Yeah, this is nice. Look at that.
Yeah, amazing. You know, I swear I've looked at this book. I don't know how I came across it, but I have looked at this book.
I'm always spamming shit, so
I may have actually backed it. I'm a sucker for the ladies. I know I backed Winger's book because I was like, what? Super harem?
Well, that was that color art on Wenger's listing is Carl's art.
Carl did our own Super Harem, the poster with it. Yeah.
Great outfit. Whoa.
Oh, you know what, Adam? You're always telling me to pitch the Ashcan. I put up a 10-page preview of the Ashcan. It's in the updates. Yeah, 10 pages, completely lettered.
Yeah, your Ashcan it's a whole separate graphic novel. It's
a whole 46-page one-shot. It's manga size, black and white. It's an Ashcan, and no, we're not going to print it on a home printer like some fucking pussies want us to do. It's going to be a proper high quality,
good,
cool, separate one-shot.
Tell us about that, Carl. You were talking about that backstage. People are saying that you should print yourself.
Well, that's George's new thing that he's going against EVS with. Because Ethan is still waiting for the Ashcans for Cyberfrog to come in. That's why I haven't got mine. Because I got the Ashcans because I'm smart. I always back the Ashcan. So make sure when you back Death Sworn. But
more content.
And so they're saying now, after weeks and weeks of saying that Ethan was cheaping out, that Ethan bought shit paper for Cyberfrog, that's why there was fluting. Never mind the fucking chromium cover. That's probably worth what the fucking all the paper is printed on. After weeks of going after him for cheaping out, apparently cheaping out, now they're chastising him because he won't print his Ashcans on a home printer and staple and bind them and trim them himself.
Wow.
That's
so they want him to go Robert Crumb.
Yeah,
so George
basically
is creating a lot of
underground zine, like unpopular comics. And I mean, my Ashcan goes for that. I'm going trying to do an underground zine meets a manga. Like that's kind of what I'm trying for that. But I'm gonna print it on some fucking decent, some really nice uncoated sharp paper. It's kind of like the paper that comes in the Berserk Deluxe edition. That's the closest thing to it.
I was talking to a guy the other day, and this guy is a very big creator. He's published a real deal publisher, and he told me that he didn't know who Robert Crumb is. What do you think about that, Carl?
I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, I don't really like Robert Crumb. I know about him. I don't really like him.
It's not important that you don't like him. What I'm saying is, shouldn't you understand the history of underground comics if you're making one?
Well, it depends because there's that kind of underground comics, but then there's like underground comics like the original Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like,
It's a different era.
I mean, it depends. I wouldn't put like Robert Crumb in the same category as nearly any independent artist that I've gone like I follow. Like, there's a guy I love called Matthew Allison. He does a book called Cancor, and it's fucking awesome. And here, wait, it's badass. This is his book.
Yeah, you're sharing the screen now. I got to keep up with this. All right.
Cancor by
I don't
Matthew
know, man.
Allison. It's badass.
I think
I get
if
that
you want to
wrong.
be great at something, you need to understand like the history of it.
Yeah, but but Robert Crumb was making comics about how much he wanted to fucking fuck people and like really weird, violent,
Yeah, about
weirdo
how much
shit.
he wanted to fuck like huge fat chicks.
An important question for Carl just came in. Comicsgate alert. Adam posed, can you please ask Carl if most solar vampire girls or grills, but I think you meant
vampire
grills, Carl, have big fat animu titties?
Yeah, they all have big
Carl?
fat mood titties.
Excellent.
And as I've grown more and more angered and annoyed and pissed off, and I'd have SJWs come down on me, and this culture keeps getting more fucked up. The tits keep getting bigger.
Yeah.
Good.
You can see it in the panels, panel by panel. The tits bigger.
Decriminalize the titties. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Unleash them.
A while back, Pablo he drew a picture of Mia Khalifa as Miss Marvel, and
she's a porn star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
she retired.
Yeah. So like a bunch of SJWs went at him, so he just drew her in a sexier pose.
Yeah.
Hashtag, look at my hashtag. Hashtag make titties big again.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And
yeah, I started that.
On the pages Pablo drew of the ninja women. Yeah, he drew them pretty big.
So on Seven Legions, this book it's $490. Well, we could refresh and see if anything happened, but we may not have sold extra copies. But we've definitely downed a few beers and gotten ourselves into some trouble so far, which is pretty good. This is a fixed goal. There's 5 hours left. Do you have a rich relative? should we just? I could call my brother. He's a kidney guy. He's a nephrologist. He's got a lot of money. I don't know if he would buy this though, but we could give it a try. We can call my brother. Carl, do you know anybody with money?
How do you think I funded my campaign?
Okay.
No.
Wenger, you're at a hotel. You're going to do a drug deal or something. Don't you have an extra $500 or something you could throw in
Yeah,
this?
can't you just like go around the back of the hotel? It's a motel, and just stab a couple of like homeless people and take their money and just give the Michael.
But they don't usually have money.
They'll have like some petty change that he can give.
Here's my deal to the chat I've been making. Whoever gets me over the $3,000 mark gets a free Mogwai.
Hello.
Jared, how you doing? It's your brother Adam. How's it going?
Just fine.
Good.
Nice
All
to
right.
talk to you, my brother Adam. Yeah.
Good to talk to you. I have you live on the internet right now, but there's not a lot of people watching, just like 20 or 25. So the question is, do you have an extra $500
number for his brother?
Yeah. Do you have an extra $500 to blow on somebody's comic book campaign?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Probably not, right? It's just a little absurd, but
probably not.
All right.
But it would depend on the campaign, depend on the background, depend on the what's the message, what's the vision of it.
All right. Well, this is it's called. Hold on a second. Seven Legions.
Yeah.
Seven
it's
Legions.
Gay porn.
It's not gay porn. Don't listen to Wenger. We nobody.
Combat. Put the three campaigns up. 7 Legions. Death Sworn. Super Harem.
The audio isn't really set up for
the money.
An orphan becomes a samurai who takes on the greatest threat the 7 Legions have ever faced. You can't see it over the phone because it's not that kind of phone, but it looks pretty good. The way you would find it is you go to Indiegogo.com, you type in 7 Legions, spell it any way you want, and just give it some thought. $500, and this guy gets his money.
Is it legions with a J or with a G? That's
The
important question.
LEG, not lesions, not 7 lesions. It's not like it's not a dying thing.
It's not a horror comic.
No, yeah, exactly. It's not a horror comic.
It could be. I kind of like it that way.
Yeah.
What if there were 7 legions that, like, that the warrior is.
Michael, would you change
complete certain tasks before
Can you make your comic about lepers?
Can you change the title to?
They've got to complete their quest before the 7th legion appears, and so through the series, like, more legions start appearing, and he's like racing through the quest, and then it's like got side turns and everything. And the sad thing is, the guy's gonna die, like he's been permanently infected, so that like adds the interest.
So my brother is just a normal guy. He's actually more interesting than I am. That's
I like this story. Yeah, he should be your co-host. Are you kidding me?
My brother developed a lot of the Triumphant Comics universe that we published together, and he could talk about science fiction and all other cool stuff and things like that. He is a cool guy. I'm lucky to have him. I love that guy.
Yeah, I already prefer him to you.
Yeah, well, most people do. He's better. He also could fix your kidneys if things get fucked up. And he's very good with all kinds of medical stuff. He's a very interesting guy. But I just figured I'd call you as a surprise, Jaja. And it's great to catch up with you. So check it out, 7 Legions. Tell your rich doctor friends. They can go for it.
Thank you for thanking me and including me in your live show. I appreciate it. I'm going to go check it out. I think you can do the 7 Legions and the 7 Legions together. I think it could all be put together.
Legions with legions.
Yeah, a dying warrior. He's going to die, but he wants to accomplish this before he dies.
Look up College of the Dead too. That's my project. I don't think you sent me any money on that.
I probably not.
But focus on 7 Legions. That's the priority.
Wait, 7 Legions.
Wenger, any last thoughts of or life advice for my brother?
Well, what I want to know is why we have this trash post when this superior one was out there all alone.
Because he already makes 7 figures as a doctor. He doesn't have time for this kind of nonsense. He's just once a year he'll take a fucking call from me. The rest is like he's got other things to do.
Over here, that usually happens over here. The brother that everybody likes goes on to become a doctor, and the one that no one likes becomes a priest.
Yeah, and an insurance agent or something like that.
Okay, so wait. You're a doctor. Can you look at something for me real fast?
Your video doesn't even work. I don't know if
I've got these warts on my dick, and I can't get rid of them.
How many are there? Is there 7?
Yeah, I've got 7 legions on my dick.
7 legions. All right, I'm going to let you go.
Sign. It's an omen.
Yeah.
The last thing I would say, because I couldn't hear all that, is just this. I would like to leave this parting wisdom. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm is there. Yeah. All right. Very cool. Love you, brother. Talk to you soon.
All right. Take care.
Be good. Well, I did the best I could with him. He might on a mark.
Book, so I'm in. Let's.
We got Adam.
Sweet.
And I tried to back your book as well, Carl, but my card was declined probably because I tried to back 2 books like back to back.
No. Yeah, that's a fucking bullshit thing.
But I saved it.
It happens to a couple of people. It's just the international conversion because you have to convert it to euros. Yeah.
Well, I'll save it. I'll back it eventually. So
all you have to do is hit up your bank and be like, "Yo, I actually mean to make this. Can you stop canceling it?" Because that's what's usually happening is your bank is going, "Oh shit, he doesn't usually make international transactions. This is probably some scam or whatever. Let's stop it."
Yeah, totally.
So it happens a couple of times. It's a pain in the dick.
Yeah,
I'll back your book as well, Adam. Post. So, and I've already backed your book, Winger. Are you kidding? Super Harem. I backed that like day one. I was like, holy shit, it's like the best book ever conceived of.
Yeah,
it's great of you,
Adam. Adam, your brother didn't tell me what to do about my genital warts.
Well, he wanted to tell me privately because he didn't want to embarrass you.
What you do, Winger, is you just get a soldering iron, one of those plug-in ones. You take care of business. Don't talk about it afterwards. You'll be in a lot of pain for about a month.
Yeah, I picked up this chick. She was a waitress at a restaurant that I frequented.
Good.
She seemed normal at the restaurant, but then whenever I started banging her, she was like this crazy whore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and
so
she gave me genital warts.
So what you can do is you can be the backer who gets me over 3K, and
I'll send you the legions.
Yeah, and then you can then I'll send you the free Mogwai, and
Yeah,
Mogwai blood is actually Mogwai blood actually is the cure to genital warts. So there you go.
The backer that gets me to 17K, I will send you my genital warts.
It's a very attractive offer.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put that in the package. I'm gonna rip them off with my bare hands.
I don't know that that's a compelling tier.
Pretty sure that's illegal as well,
that
right?
Would make it
like some sort of biohazard, like
you may not
like a bioweapon.
There was a comic book company that used to sell piranha by mail. You could order them by mail in their ads. Although I don't know if they ever really sent the piranha. They probably just kept the money. Well, Michael, so far we got Adam Friended to partner up, pony up some money there. So that was great.
Okay.
That was fantastic.
Looks like it's a different tier.
I subscribed at the starving artist tier. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not a
no.
doctor,
That was that was great. Yeah, my brother's not going to come through. But we gave him a laugh tonight. That was good. And I always kind of wonder why people don't call people while they're on streams. Adam,
that was an interesting.
Usually they
segment.
introduced them to people that are more charismatic and interesting than the host.
Well, not everybody is better.
I mean, bring him on.
Get my brother on.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah, he's very smart. He's charismatic, good guy. He's fun. He's cool. Yeah, we used to. Hey, it's brother stuff, so you have some fun.
Yeah, you have chemistry.
Back 7 legions
already.
Back 7 legions.
Thank you, Ted Lehman.
He did back 7 legions. Thank you, Ted.
I don't know
love your art, man.
Yeah, his art is fantastic.
Yeah,
he's got to be on a full project as soon as one of us can get our act together. It's fantastic.
That's another back. That's another shot. So
wow, this is great. 7 legions is getting done.
Another shot. Wait a second, because did you take a shot from my back? Because I got in.
What
I
happened?
See this shot. He's taking shots. This guy didn't even say taking his shots of sake every time, every fucking someone back.
Wait, screenshots? I don't know. I just refreshed the page.
No, you slow.
Shots.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Yep. I'm completely lost.
How do you guys say it?
I'm having a good time.
Sake. Sake.
Yeah, sake.
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 I like sake.
Yeah, me too.
I'm drinking some good Tennessee whiskey.
In a hotel?
Yeah, in a hotel.
All right.
On shitty Wi-Fi.
Alone.
Yeah, alone.
Are you on vacation, Wanger? I might have missed this part of the stream.
No, we have no idea why he said that.
I'm in an undisclosed location. It's a secret.
I think it's work related.
He's in a CG bunker.
Yeah, he's being hunted by Pocket Pussy for
Preston is trying to Preston is trying to steal my genital warts. That's where he gets his power.
Wanger, just since we have the opportunity, you are working on another project to do after Super Harem. Are you ready to talk about that project at all?
I can show what I've got so far. I'm drawing my own comic. The character that you see here in my icon, his name is Aldrake, and he's a character that I've been doing comics for many years. I didn't have the audience that I have now. So I'm going to do a new graphic novel starring this character, and it's going to introduce his world and him to a new audience. So it's designed to be self-contained. It's a black and white graphic novel. Can you? I don't know if you'll be able to see that now because of the Wi-Fi. Can you see it?
No, no. But can you just send me a page of art or something?
I'll just have to send you some stuff.
Okay.
It'll be a self-contained black and white graphic novel. It's 140 pages for $25, and I'm drawing this myself. It's going to be very funny.
Wow.
It's going to be action-packed, and Aldrake he's found himself in opposition to the greatest hero that his world has ever known. So if you want to think about like archetypes, the story is basically it would be like Lobo, but he's the protagonist and he has to somehow beat Superman.
Oh.
So I'll be launching this after Super Harem fulfills.
What's your writing process? Were you a writer before Comicsgate?
Yeah, I've always made my own comics.
Okay, awesome.
I basically make an outline and then I just like improvise from there. So I don't.
Yeah,
ever
you guys
have a
were on a
script.
stream talking to Ethan about that, right? Weren't you friended?
Yeah, I've
And
never
that's
had
like-
a script.
Yeah,
Just kill me,
Ethan's way of doing it is my exact way of doing it as well. Like you could just have set pieces and you know where you're going, but there's like this room for improv in between, you know? And you always come up with like because it always comes down to limitations of like page and does that
Yeah.
page, are you ending that scene on a page turn? Can you line that up with a page turn? Can you do this? Whatever.
So you can see even Super Harem. I'm not right. I mean, I'm not drawing Super Harem, but even it was written this way because I drew out this outline and then I drew the storyboard, and that's what you would get in the ash can of Super Harem that Joe is working off of.
Fascinating.
There it is. Yeah, I love talking process with people to see how they work and what they do. There are tricks to it.
Especially for me, it's important to have that improv in there because I do a lot of comedy, and a lot of it is timing.
Oh yeah.
And you have to get that timing right. So it's hard to do that if you're planning it all out at the time or like beforehand.
So you're going to have Cecil in this comic, right?
Well, I put him in the background because it's kind of become like a tradition. Like every Comicsgate comic has him in the background somewhere, it seems like. And you can see in that panel, I just needed a lot of characters. Sammy Sandwich Hands is there.
Is this that's Sammy? Is he Sammy?
He can do anything a sandwich can do.
Yeah, but better.
Yeah, he can do anything a sandwich can do. So he's a very cool character.
He can stage fake hate crimes too.
Yeah.
Sandwiches do that?
I'm sending you something else that I made, so you can see Aldrake hanging out with some other CG characters.
Cool.
Like
that's actually not what I meant to see, but that's a cool art. Okay. This is what I meant to send you.
All right. Let's take a look.
This is the next page. This is the first panel on that, but I haven't finished it yet. So you can see Sammy Sandwich Hands a little more. He's the real star, you know.
How'd you come up with that name?
Sammy Sandwich Hands?
Yeah, it does seem like a natural, but
well, he is a guy that has sandwiches for hands.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fit him somewhere in Seven Legions as like a restaurant mascot or something. the background.
He needs to be. This is the character that's going to break out and be in every Comicsgate book.
You know what's funny is you really never know. You never know which one's going to be like the thing that breaks out that people love. And
he's even in Earthworm Jim.
Could be in a fight to or Preston's next book in the World War II lesbian
he's
fighting.
He's going to be in White Lilies number 7.
Yeah. Well, Preston is a professional writer. He's been at this for decades. Why don't you hire him?
Yeah.
He can edit your stuff.
Is this the sandwich hand guy? The guy with the hat?
Yeah, it's a MAGA hat.
Okay.
Sammy Sandwich Hands, this is his origin. He's actually the guy that attacked Jesse Smollett.
And that's how he got the sandwiches.
Yeah. That's how he has. It's a curse for the horrible thing that he did to a man that just wanted to eat Subway.
Interesting. Did you have a crossover yet with Seven Legions?
Well, like Michael said, he was trying to work Sammy in somehow.
Okay.
Well, any sort of back city scene, just have like a big restaurant, just have Cecil eating a hamburger at Sammy Sandwich Hand's fast food chain.
No, the samurais are the guy that make the sandwiches. They have those big knives.
Yeah.
A man of lunacy. I like how he thinks.
I approve of that plan.
We should raid Sweetcast chat for 7 Legions. So what would a raid like that be?
You need to get stoked though for Aldrake because he's a badass character. He's a heavy metal redneck and he has darkness powers. He can take shadows off of the wall around him anywhere and form them into constructs.
Ooh.
So you see that darkness around his eyes. That's not just like a normal shadow. That's like a mask that he's created out of shadows.
I would not have thought that. That's pretty wild stuff. For a guy with sandwich hands.
Yeah.
He's talking about Aldrake. Aldrake doesn't have sandwich hands.
Oh, thank you.
God damn.
Yeah, for Sammy Sandwich Hands, this is something that I've been thinking about for years. Like if you've got these worlds where there's these superpowered characters, wouldn't there be people that had powers you wouldn't want to have? Like the thing about superpowers, it's a fantasy. But if there's these good powers, there has to be shit powers too. Like if you had sandwiches for hands.
I did see an article today that said some guy got kicked out of the Xavier Institute because his power was to poop hot dogs. So.
Yeah, see, like there has to be some people like that. Like, did you ever see Dr. Horrible? There's that character Moist. Like his power is he makes people feel moist.
No.
Or what if every time you sneezed it was like a shotgun blast? That'd be pretty gruesome.
A lot of craziness.
Hey guys, I got to run, so it was great hanging out with you.
Yeah, Adam, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for backing us, supporting everybody.
Thanks for coming. Please try and get a hold of Preston for me, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna DM him right now for you, Wenger.
Thank you.
We'll get that conversation going.
In a later arc, there will be lesbian mermaids. So in 7 Legions, so you might be interested in that.
Nice.
You're in the right direction.
Yeah.
Take care, you guys.
Have a good night, man. Well, we had some fun with Adam.
So Wenger.
Word.
Wenger, who is the guy with the McCracken hanging out?
McCracken?
He's the guy with the big crack.
This is the guy he wants to know about.
About what? Oh,
who is this guy?
You're talking about the guy with his butt showing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crack.
That's you.
Ah, that's very nice.
I don't have hair like that.
The book.
Is that not that guy that he has a popular YouTube? He got kicked out of a Dungeons and Dragons like community because he was like sitting around with his crack out or something.
I really was just like drawing randomly when I made those background characters. Like they're not meant to be anything.
But people could pay to be in there. That would be a great for a great tier.
If you want to pretend that those background characters are somebody, you can.
Yeah.
Or where's Deathsworn? Is Deathsworn in there?
I have some art that I made of Deathsworn.
I have some art that I made of Aldrake.
Yeah, Deathsworn. It'll take me a second to get it, but Deathsworn was in an Aldrake comic that I was doing on my website. I put him in the background.
And I did like a fan piece, like a Predator, a handshake. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can go get it. I'm gonna go.
I don't know if I'll be able to find the thing I'm looking for either.
Where did I put it? Was it in warm-ups? Someone talk. Be a host.
Yeah. Somebody keep it.
Well, we're
going.
looking up art as it is right now. Let's take a look at where we're at. I know we did some business on Seven Legions. We'll see where we're at currently on Seven Legions. Come on, Seven Legions.
And speaking of background characters, aside from being the legend tier, there's also the be an enemy of the legions. You're probably going to die a gruesome death, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh, you get to die a gruesome death? People do want that.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
So Chris Evans backed that. He's going to take an axe to the face from a dwarf on a jetpack. Got another backer for that. He's going to be drawn in as a anti-aircraft gunner who gets blown to pieces when the cannon gets blown up. And the other three are going to get attacked, are going to get killed in other ways. Then there's also the Soldier of the Legions tier. You'll be a background soldier of the Seven Legions, and you'll get to choose which race you want to appear as.
Very cool. I like it. I think, you know what my favorite piece is. It's the same thing that Adam kept saying is like, hey, let me see that panel again. You know, that panel is freaking awesome. So this thing has to come out. Have you done any books before on Indiegogo, by the way?
I tried to launch this story as a webcomic years ago. But that.
Oh, on Indiegogo?
Oh, no, it was I think the website was called Drunk Duck or something like that. It's like just a webcomic site.
I know who Drunk Duck was. Platinum Studios bought Drunk Duck, and then they sold it to another company.
Yeah, it was a weird site because like the worst drawn comics would get like the most traffic. But I
don't know what they were doing. I honestly don't know what they were doing. I think they had
sold. Drunk Duck, about 2007, I was like on there. I was one of the top 10 comics in my genre.
Wow, you were on Drunk Duck too.
Yeah, way back in the day. I sent you the page of the Aldrake webcomic where Deathsworn was in the background, kind of. He was
I have some Aldrake art on my screen too.
Oh my god!
You want to share that shit?
All right. Did you send me? You sent me a screen. We're gonna share that now. Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's cool. Those guys seem to like each other a lot.
Yeah, they're homies.
I think that Aldrake would be a bit too much, a bit too reckless, a bit too,
too much man for him.
I think Deathsworn. I don't know if Deathsworn's like. I think Aldrake is like he's gonna go out and drink and he's gonna party and he's gonna meet a couple of gals and it's gonna be a real fun night. He's gonna get up to some hijinks. He'll wake up in the morning with a couple of brews and be okay because he have a couple of good stories to tell.
Yeah,
I think Deathsworn sort of just wants to drink on his own and fucking get like, and he probably like break a bunch of stuff and he'd be like, it's like, oh dude, come on, get over it. For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
That's where's not a guy you want to party with because he'll be good up to a point and then you give him like one beer and he'll be straight down the depression hole.
Really? You think he would have a problem?
Dude, he has a fucking rough life. He's all scarred up and shit. He's been through some bullshit.
That's too bad. He seems like he's a really nice guy. So he never gets a chance to relax and just be himself?
No, and every time I think about giving that to him, I've always find out a way to fucking crash his life. So fuck him.
It ain't easy being death sworn.
It's more interesting putting him through bullshit.
I mean, he's not a Mary Sue. You can't say that.
So what's going on this page?
So, all that elf chick down there, all Drake really wanted to suck her titties. So he helped her. Yeah, this is her brontosaurus. He helped her track it down. And then,
Adam, it's not sharing. You're not sharing it.
Oh, it's not sharing. Sorry.
Well, I sent it to Adam Post.
Yeah. Okay. I know. I do have the art. I'm not sure why it's not sharing, but I will correct that immediately.
Yeah, but you can see Deathsworn just had to stop over for some gas. That's why he's there. He's just hanging out while he's filling up his speeder bike.
Oh, of course. Okay. So impressive wrangling there, cowboy. Yeah, this is going to definitely be worth reading. So this is one page. How many pages do you have?
Well, this is from the webcomic. So, if you want to read this, it's free at alldrake.com. But I'm working on a 140-page graphic novel that will be my next Indiegogo.
Good Lord. It's a lot of pages, baby. That's cool.
Yeah.
How long you guys known each other, Carl and Wenger?
Since last summer, I think.
Yeah, Carl, I used to do a show called Turbo Live. So we had a hashtag that was shifting to Turbo, and Carl just saw it and started posting his art on there, and we were like, holy shit, this dude is awesome. And we got it on the show. We got him on the show, and we just hit it off.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
The only two that are left are me and Wenger.
And Bears.
And Bears. I love Bears.
Bears is funny. Bears is funny.
Bears got his fucking internet privileges revoked.
Oh, really?
Well, it's Twitter.
They knocked him off Twitter.
They took him off Twitter, man.
Wow.
He was caught being conservative while black, and they couldn't have that.
Yeah,
so they shut him down pretty quickly.
Yeah, they want you to be a certain way. They want everybody to be a certain way to fit their model. Well, this is a fantastic looking book, Seven Legions. Everybody should back the hell out of it. They should get their friends to back it. Everybody should share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook. This thing better make its goal. If not, we're not going to be happy about that. But you're on your way. It's really, really close.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, really close. I called my brother. He might come through for us, but he probably will not. You never know with him.
I got another stream I'm going to go on in a little bit. Going to be promoting it there. Going on graded 0.5. So.
Oh, good. They're good people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little here, a little there, and it all adds up. Yep. Absolutely. All right. So everybody check out Seven Legions. Check out graded 0.5. You're going to get more wildness and excitement from Michael Beacon, which is very cool. Right. And guys, we'll wrap the stream before we get ourselves in more trouble. But we've done a pretty amazing job here. And it's fantastic having Zaid Comics with us, Los Hermanos Magic Hops, as I like to call them, but it's really just Phil.
Oh, one quick point.
Yeah, man.
The Diaz brothers.
Man of Lunacy says, asks, what does Michael think that SJW Skeletor would say about Seven Legions?
Oh.
Get it. Get the get up. Do it.
All right.
Michael thinks that SJW Skeletor would say, oh, you're SJW Skeletor. Oh, this is
no
good.
One's supposed to know that. No one's supposed to know that Michael's SJW Skeletor. What the fuck?
You're doxing him. We'll
hide this stream.
Yeah.
It's full of toxic masculinity, anime titties, and it has cultural appropriation. Why should you not hate this book?
But Skeletor, it's a book about a war tyrant, a guy who's going around killing women, and you should be way into this. And there's medieval aspects, there's futurist aspects. It reminds me a lot of Masters of the Universe.
I mean, the killing of women and children, that's cool. But I mean, anime titties? What the hell?
Skeletor, are you excited for Drago Knight Aldrake, the legendary hero?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You don't have anything SJW to say about it?
Let me see.
What do you think about the character of Sammy Sandwich Hands, beating up, like staging fake hate crimes and beating up poor people?
No, it was a real hate crime.
Staging hate crimes. Great income.
He really did beat the shit out of Jesse Smollett. He's cursed to have sandwiches for hands.
Well, at least he got what was coming to him.
Yeah.
Well, these are amazing projects. I've never seen an SJW Skeletor before, so this was definitely a unique night. I think Adam Friended is rethinking his life right now. A lot like Adam Post. But at least my brother made it out okay. But look, this is a very cool project. The art is fantastic. I know it's going to get funded on graded, whatever that is, 8.5, 10.5. What is it? Graded 0.5?
Graded 0.5.
So that's, I think, a reference to a low grade on a very highly desired comic or something. I don't know. Ask them what the significance of that name is, because I don't know what that is. But anywho, this is, and Carl, your art's beautiful. What a great magical combination of Seven Legions and the art of Deathsworn.
Well, Adam, are you really going to close? Are you going to close the show without doing at least a little simping?
Yeah, I don't think the images are. I just don't think we have it together. All right. All right. Let's see what we got. We got to have something here. Let's check our references of what was planned to go on. This was pissing off Carl. It's the most important thing is that we piss off Carl. This is the kind of thing that'll piss off.
I'm in a weird mood. I'm in like a weird.
You're like easygoing Carl tonight.
Yeah, it's really weird. I think all the stress. So I feel like I can just tear down your stream and not worry about it. In Wengers, I kind of have very. I don't know, but we've been all over the place. I've actually preferred it because usually Wengers is showing me things that get me angry for fucking 2 hours, and I end up doing no work, and I stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? This is shit.
Yeah, but you're really good at it, Carl. So Carl, look at this. Do you have McDonald's over there in the UK?
No, yeah, we have McDonald's in Ireland.
Okay,
some might say that I fucking came from here. The name.
Have you heard about this? A Burger King restaurant decided to dress up as a McDonald's ghost. So it's a Burger King restaurant, but they put McDonald's like a costume over the restaurant sign. This woman doesn't like it. She thinks it's petty.
That's weird. It's like what's weird about this is how like irrationally angry she is about it. That doesn't make any sense for her to be like, why is she annoyed at that? Like,
why does that even bother her?
Yeah, why is she like this Burger King dressing up as McDonald's ghost is a level of pettiness once unheard of. And it's like, what do you it's like it's kind of fun. It's like stupid, it's dopey, it's funny, it's really well done. That's what I'm sort of like it's really well done.
How is it even petty?
Because it's really well done. Like that McDonald's is placed really well. The whole mask with the head with the fucking O's cut out of it. There's a bit of the M on top of it. It's really well done. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's a stunt that was there for 5 seconds and they ripped it off.
It may have been a stunt that they was there for 5 seconds. It was on like some local TV news.
It could have been, it could have been artists. It could have been a bunch of these artists that go out and do these stunts that just put it up for 5 seconds, and took a snap and got on their way. But
so you approve that get two Carls up on that.
Well,
one.
I mean, what the if I start getting angry at stuff like that, just commit me. Just commit me to some fucking cell. Put me in a bunker. Fucking don't feed me.
This is an older article. Jeez, I have so many. Okay, move over, Captain America. Captain China is on the way. How about that for enthusiasm? Pretty good. This is older. This is from 2016. So I don't know why Captain America is sweeping in this
Jesus,
article.
I thought it was gonna be some guy is in the riots in Hong Kong and he's protesting dressed as Captain America. It was going to be this great symbol of like Western philosophy and American freedom.
Foresaw the whole
Instead, it's
riot.
just some fucking homeless dude that has a fucking bootleg outfit that's just road sweeping.
Well, that's what the picture is. A student dressed as Captain America sweeping a street in Guangzhou. The directing duo behind Marvel Studios' blockbuster Captain America franchise has signed on with a Chinese production firm to create an original Chinese superhero trilogy that's already nicknamed Captain China.
I'm sure Disney loves it.
Yeah. Joe and Anthony Russo, directors of Marvel's franchise last two films from however many years ago, will co-produce China's own version of Captain America. How stupid is that?
Yeah, that's dangerous. This is fucking dangerous shit. When companies start doing this fucking like this sounds like parody. Like this sounds Mickey Mouse is teaming up with communist governments to create entertainment. Like this is
they really are actually doing that in one of my article videos I did on Star Wars.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, they fucked up with Star Wars because they cast a scrawny white girl and a black dude, and fucking China hates that shit. If you look at the Chinese posters, Finn is not on any of them.
Yeah, they got Finn out of the posters.
They're like, you cannot sell a movie with that shit in China. They don't go for it. They come from the most homogenous society on the face of the fucking earth. Like,
look at this.
That shit does not fly over there.
This really says the world's greatest communist superhero.
That has to be a parody comic, that fucking thing.
XL Comics, Volume 1. Captain China. We'll have to do some more research. And I haven't... This is an article in Los Angeles Times. Why Captain America's keepers, Russo brothers, are turning to China for inspiration. To make money, and they don't care.
Yep.
Pretty crazy. So I wanted to research this more and see like, well, whatever happened to this, because this was 3 years ago. But that's pretty nuts. What a flourishing homegrown film industry means for China. Well, they don't have that anymore. China's having a lot of problems because they mess with the wrong people.
That's crazy. I went through, there was like 3 different swings on that article. First, I thought it was about a guy dressed as Captain America in the riot. Then I thought it was about a guy cleaning up the streets dressed as Captain America, like a homeless dude for money. And then it turns out that Mickey Mouse is teaming up with communist government to create propaganda.
Doing it for years. I can't tell you how much China controls Disney at this point, but I would say it's a lot more than we would even begin to guess. Quite a bit, probably.
Man, that just makes me sick, dude. Like, I get fake angry, and joke about SJWs doing stuff, but knowing that American companies are sucking off China, like that seriously pisses me off to no end.
What is China?
Yeah, it's stupid, dude. Like,
no, what is China?
China is
asshole.
Well, there you go. Oh, this is great. 5.
So what we need to do is we need to get all the best memers out there.
Be back in 2 minutes, guys. You have to cover me.
To take the to take pictures of Brie Larson and edit her into the crowds of Hong Kong protesters and make her a symbol of the Hong Kong resistance, so she gets banned in China, so that Marvel no longer puts her in films, or Disney no longer puts her in films. and then also memed Mickey Mouse into a symbol of the Hong Kong resistance.
That first part was fucking genius. That's probably the smartest thing anyone's ever said ever.
Yeah.
Dude, that is a level of psyops that I am now worried about you.
Yeah, just like anytime Marvel or Disney does something stupid, just take it away from them by getting China to ban it.
People should be doing that right now. People should like be getting photos of like Brie Larson like shitting on the Emperor's face or whatever.
Well, they've been doing that with May from Overwatch, and they still haven't banned Overwatch.
Just do that
I don't know what it takes.
Yeah, just do that with everything that like these companies that bow to China.
Everything that we don't like, we can counter protest. We just put them in China. We make them symbols of freedom and the Freedom March or whatever in China, and then we're done. And then we don't have to worry about it. And that's how we win the culture war.
Wait, I missed it. How do we win the culture war?
So, for example, you take a picture of Brie Larson and Photoshop her into the protests for the resistance of Hong Kong, so that she gets banned from China, since Disney no longer uses her in their films.
That's pretty good. That's actually very good. We should be doing that.
Oh yeah, because they want to put her in everything.
When he came up with that, right? I was kind of scared when he came up with that.
Yeah, that's damn good. This is kind of interesting. This is a fake movie. All right, it's a fake video about a killer robot. But
it's the same guys who did the killer robot video last time. It's the Corridor Crew. They're a well-known CGI artists in California. They have a huge YouTube channel. They did a similar one before with the exact same model, except they did it in like their loft, and everyone was like, "Holy shit!" And now it's just like taken so far. It's like ridiculous. People are sharing this around like it's real, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, honestly, the secret stuff they have, you don't think it's this good? I bet you it is. Why would you think it wouldn't be?
Because you wouldn't add nonsense features onto a robot like that. Like it wouldn't make sense to add an arm onto something like that.
What do you mean?
You don't get it? Like you wouldn't add appendages. Appendages would be for fucking cyborgs and stuff. You wouldn't add nonsense stuff on. Like it wouldn't. If you were making something that was good for warfare, you wouldn't make it in the shape of a human.
Really?
Why wouldn't you? Have you not ever watched Gundam Wing?
See, now we're just joking. And we're just making fun of it, but
no, we should be getting very serious because
look, I mean, Gundams are like giant humans, and it works. Why wouldn't you make that?
Yeah, but they're giants. If you're gonna make something giant, yeah, I fully agree. Make it in the shape of a human, right? I don't like when they make King Kong and he looks like a gorilla. I like King Kong when he's like the original King Kong, like he doesn't have a squat gorilla arse, like the Peter Jackson one, like when he has like a weird mutant ape body.
I think they will make robots like this. I think they
it doesn't
already
make
have
any
robots
sense.
like this.
It doesn't make any sense because you wouldn't give them arms like that. You wouldn't give them so that they could interact with weapons. It would be all loaded into it, calibrated into it. He wouldn't. Why would you give a robot? Why would you give them arms for them to hold out a gun and then aim
modular? It's very modular.
Eyes to fucking shoot at it? You wouldn't, unless these were in a surface industry. You wouldn't. Because this is all nonsense bullshit that goes, like, look at the way the arms were weighted and everything. No, there's no bionics like that. Have you been to Disneyland, motherfucker? Have you been to It's a Small World? What the fuck do you think it is?
A robot that has double D titties and a wet pussy. Can they make that?
That's already done. That's already done. Okay. We're past that right now. I'm just saying, in a warfare situation, you do not make a robot that's...
Well, all right, but Carl, let's say you and me were like in charge of the military. We're like, all right, we want to integrate some automated killing technology, and we don't want to use human soldiers for everything. Just to start integrating, wouldn't you want to have like, all right, you can have this guy that runs with the rest of the soldiers? No?
No, because they're not fucking civilians. They're soldiers. They would know what it is. If anything, you'd want something that would be able to carry people on it as well. If you're going to use it as something that can go in and take people out, so you'd want to be able to kind of. It would have to have a flat bit that people can get on if they're injured or if you're trying to rescue someone from a hostage situation, and then they can get them out of there. What I'm saying is that it doesn't make sense that you'd have this. Do you know how fucking complicated it would be to program a robot to look, notice a gun, go, okay, that is a gun, pick up the gun, load the gun, chamber the gun, aim it, calibrate how much resistance he has to put into his arm for the recoil, then pull the trigger and shoot it and know how to shoot it like if it was a hand that just pulled the trigger.
But you know what the thing is like this is the difference.
I'm not saying it wouldn't have guns. I'm just saying it wouldn't go. It would have a gun built into its head.
Very built into
that's linked. That just goes directly into the fucking eye. It wouldn't go through all this other process of finding out what a gun is, knowing what a gun is, picking up a gun, knowing how much is in the gun, knowing how to chamber this certain gun, knowing how to deal with a fucking jam.
If you're building a robot, what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about practicality, or do you want to make it badass?
In a real life war situation that this robot is claimed to be from, it's going to be 100% practical.
I want it to be badass.
What about like a dancing robot?
They already have them. Japan is full of them. Japan has dancing robots. So you can't move through the fucking streets of Japan for dancing robots. They're everywhere.
Adam, I sent you something. I want to know what you think about this.
All right, good. I want to be focused on this. What time? We don't want to fuck up Michael's 7 Legion thing. Yeah, what time do you have to?
He can leave whenever he wants.
Okay. This is like me.
I'm gonna head over there now. So yeah, thanks for having me.
We love you, Michael. Good luck with 7 Legions. We sorry we didn't get you fully funded, but my brother might still come through. Yeah.
Give us a kiss before you leave.
No, you don't have to do. All right, give us a kiss. As the Skeletor.
Give me a kiss with tongue.
No, not with tongue. Not with tongue. That's whatever you feel comfortable with.
All right, well,
let's not sexually harass him. Go ahead, tell the Grade 8.5 guys we said hi, and also ask them to please tell us what is the significance of the name Grade 8.5. We need to know. It's important. In the next half an hour, I'm going to try to get back on what Wenger sent me.
All right. Just remember, whoever gets me over the 3K mark gets a free Mogwai. I'm serious about that, too.
Yeah.
All right. Mogwai it is. Okay, Boomer signifies younger generation attitude towards the status quo.
We have boomers trying to understand the boomer meme.
I can get behind this. I can get behind, putting some stuff in place. I think that Twitter privileges should be revoked for boomers, and YouTube privileges should be revoked past, I'd say, 7 p.m. at the earliest, 9 p.m. at the latest. I think every night that would help with the boomer problem we're dealing with online. And women as well. Women should probably have Twitter just flat out.
So wait a minute, Carl. Like when they're saying the boomer meme, like they're not literally talking about baby boomers. Like they're just talking about people that are old.
Even in comic Twitter, a lot of people, a lot of boomers, they can't handle the internet. They go a bit crazy. They can't spell right. They say stuff like conspiracy. Because they're so wide-eyed and manic in their fucking Twitter.
Adam Friended fucking took Edwin apart. He made a fool out of Edwin in like 0 time flat. He was really, really good. He must have done some debating, some internet debating and stuff. Because he was good.
I love how fucking starstruck you are by a friend.
No, I love the thing with
look
Edwin
at you. You
was,
fell back into your couch dreaming about him and everything. You're
exactly.
Like,
No, he kicked his fucking ass. That was great. Everyone was like, "Well, hold on." And he's like, "Well, Edwin, define for me what does this mean?" And he was like, "Oh, well, such and such." And then Adam goes, "Oh, I see somebody's been searching up on Google recently." That's great. Of course he was. That's what we would all do. Yeah, he was pretty good with that shit. Anyway,
so that's what we need. Is we just need Adam Friedman to destroy boomers all day.
Or have him talk to Preston. He'll ruin Preston. The thing is, he just asks sensible. His trick is he asks sensible questions, right? He asks a sensible question, and then he asks people like to define things that they say. So if they use a term, like, well, they're harassing and they're deplatforming. Like, all right, well, fine. Tell me what you think deplatforming means. Tell me what you think harassing means. Tell me why you think you would have a right to be able to be part of Comicsgate, like inherently that you would just walk in and you would be Comicsgate and everyone would have to support you. And whatever. He puts his arguments together like that and tears shit apart. I think I'm too nice when it comes to, like, you want to give people benefits of the doubt and things like that. And he's like, no, you're here to make a logical argument. Go. None of them can. So I like this old people hating. This is cool. This okay boomer.
Yeah.
So apparently now they're promoting to tell young people as if they're just noticing it happening in society, but no, they're obviously pushing out the narrative through their media channels to tell anyone younger, like, if anyone disagrees with your socialism bullshit, just say okay boomer in the most hateful way you can, ignore logic, and go on with destroying society.
Well, I would also. Well, this is weird because I'm on the other end. Because when I see, even on the other spectrum of the whole thing, when I see some fucking boomer, see some teeny twat head write something about cultural appropriation for Halloween, and then some fucking boomer that's addicted to Twitter and addicted to Twitter drama goes on like a fucking tree tread rant about how you're not going to be taken out to the this is the disgrace. That's okay boomer. It's like, look, if you're not sending me comic book art or feeding my Twitter with tits, just go away. I'm gonna mute you.
Carl, are you considered to be Generation Z?
Yeah, technically.
Because it's
the
I'm
not
millennials
1997.
It's millennials that are really bad for SJW stuff.
Well, there's being an SJW, but then there's also being just an obnoxious old guy who's like, old man yells at cloud. It's like, all right, dude. It's like fucking, it's like that book about that Captain America ripoff that beats up like anarchist teens.
That's the exaggeration.
That's not cool to young people.
The old man yells at cloud is like, all right, if you're an old man yelling at a cloud type of situation, that is a good okay boomer situation where it's like, all right, just dismiss that person. It's just, but what they're pulling is like, well, just dismiss everyone as if they don't agree with the socialism, communism vibe.
But you're showing your boomer. You're showing your boomer, Adam, because it's the internet. You can change tabs and you can watch some whore with huge tits in less than half a second. What are you doing? What are you doing debating some, half Filipino 14-year-old from, California? You have no business doing that. She's a dope.
Well,
she's going to get her fucking hole plugged up in fucking 2 years, be pregnant with a kid she doesn't want, and then she's going to get addicted to painkillers when she's 30.
Yeah, I won't debate people on Twitter, but if I see Wenger beating up on somebody, that's usually a pretty funny thing. So I'll join in. I'll join in.
I did have some good Twitter debates today. I know that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, some of those are really funny. I don't know if that's what Carl was getting at, but that is definitely what I'm referring to.
No, but you were having debates with people that were fucking trying to like characterize what's SJW and all these people that are fucking like pretend to be smart and within the comic book world shit. And all those people I don't see because it's muted and I don't even follow them anymore. So if they try to comment on my stuff, even if it's in a good way, I have to go into an incognito tab if I want to see it because Twitter is really shutting down and muted. I just don't bother with that shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, he come at me with like this word salad, and I just totally took it apart and was like, look, all you're trying to do is give me some pseudo intellectual bullshit, and it doesn't mean anything.
Oh yeah,
And
I think I saw you saying that. We should be saving and then reviewing once a week Wenger's Twitter battles. Wenger War. Wenger Twitter War. Yeah, they are pretty good. You do a good job of straightening people out. Did you guys hear about this? I know I haven't made a video about it yet, but this will be like a first crack kind of thing. You guys will get to find out about this first. Hollywood Reporter earlier today, man shouts Allahu Akbar, which means God is great, at a Paris Joker screening in a possible robbery attempt.
Of course it's Paris.
Well, he was very clever because according to director...
Isn't that weird when you fucking see Allahu Akbar and the first thing that comes to my head is Paris, is like France.
Well, yeah.
Hey, listen to this.
What's that?
Joe Frago responded in my thread where I was talking. Yeah, where I was talking to that guy we were just talking about. So he responded in character as Matt Reeves, who is the guy we were talking about. He says, Halle Berry, but motocross rules indubitably lead to existential validation. But does the bovine profit coincide with what vultures refer to as territorial? I think not. However, the longitude of gastronomy guarantees success.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that should be on a T-shirt.
Joe Frago is great. Joe Frago is greatness.
Yeah, he's great in many ways. He's good people.
So you would say that you agree with that?
I agree with Joe Frago.
Gastronomy is greatness, guarantees success.
Yeah.
Sure.
So this guy screams that Joe Frago. This guy screams Allahu Akbar at a Paris Joker screening, and the plan was he screamed Allahu Akbar in the middle of in the middle of the movie, in the middle of the Joker, causing the audience members to flee for the exits. Viewers present at the 9:30 p.m. show described how midway through the movie, the suspect, later identified as 34-year-old man residing in Paris,
no name.
Yeah, no name, began saying it's political. Okay, wait. It's political several times from his seat. When some viewers tried to shun him, the man stood up, put his hands on his chest, and screamed Allahu Akbar, and then began mumbling in Arabic. Several audience members dashed for the exits, which is probably a damn good idea, with someone falsely claiming the man had a gun. Well, falsely claiming? They probably, what the fuck did they know? They had probably imagined he did.
Oh, they falsely claimed? How dare they? How dare they falsely claim he had
falsely claiming? All that nice guy was doing was scaring the hell out of people in the middle of a movie.
He was doing a safety drill, okay? He was trying to make sure that the cinema had the fire exit doors were all working, everything. This poor man gets up here, he does a safety exercise, and he gets this kind of persecution afterwards. This is racism. This is why France has a serious problem.
Yeah. A viewer named Victor told Le Parisien, people jumped over seats and women fell to the ground in the aisles. When the suspect
jumped over the seats, women fell to the ground.
Wow, Carl speaks French too. That's very cool, Carl.
The frog.
This is the cyber frog. When the suspect tried to flee as well, several audience members and a security guard wrestled him to the ground. Oh, that's nice. Although the man managed to escape, he was picked up afterward near the theater by Paris police and taken into custody, and then probably let go and given like $500. The director of the Grand Rex, however, told the Hollywood Reporter the suspect was working with an accomplice, staged the incident on purpose in order to steal viewers' personal items during the screening. They were two thieves looking for a way to take people's phones and bags. Apparently, they had already used the same tactic once on a train. Oh, pretty clever. So we should export that here to the States. All we have to do is yell Allahu Akbar, and people run out and you get to steal their shit.
Don't think it will go down the same way because you guys have guns.
That's true. Allahu Akbar, and they start shooting at us. Well,
no, Allahu Akbar and some fucker gets shot.
Yeah.
I do not think you would be able to scream Allahu Akbar in America in a carry state and survive. I think you'd be shot pretty fast.
I'm in New York though, so I might be safe.
You would get blasted immediately. Like somebody in that theater has a gun for sure.
So for good reason. All right, just to be sure that we can't show this stream anywhere else.
Like, it's crazy. There's no information about this fucking guy. There's no information about this crime at all. Like, the suspects, their background, they've done this before apparently, but there's no actual background about these guys, where they're from, are they French? Nothing.
Well,
yeah, well, you know what that means.
Yeah. So if women drew male characters like men drew female characters, they would all look like what's on the screen.
This is bullshit, right? Because when men draw male characters, men are drawing them for females to look at. When men draw male characters, they understand what women like from men. Women actually don't like this from men. They might like the Punisher one, but their Punisher one is just a gag. It's just a joke.
Well,
when you draw a burly Wolverine running through the fucking snow and he has his top off and he's all cut up and he's super angry, women like that. When men are drawing that, they're drawing it for women too. It's all part of the fantasy of it.
Yeah, superhero comics are all about a fantasy, and you draw characters to be like these idealized humans. And it's not even really about sexualization. It's about saying, like, this is the ideal human. That's what you're saying. It's
the attraction is, if there is it's secondary. It's emotion. It's like deep in your head of like, well, I like roundy things, so of course, you know, when I see a fucking roundy pair of tits, you're into it. Like that's it's complete fucking like deep in your head. These guys are just they're always these fat fucking toadstools of fucking women that get angry at this. These little 4-foot midgety sausage finger toadstool women. They get fucking angry at everything.
Now, do you have yoga in Ireland?
Yeah.
You're creating when you're creating superhero characters are basically Greek gods. You're saying this is the ideal, and the point of that isn't to say like if you're not this person you should be ashamed. You're supposed to be inspired to do better. Like that's the point. Like that's why SJWs are pieces of shit to their bone. Because
well, that's the thing. Well, I kind of disagree a bit there because the whole point of an ideal is shame. You know, you can't have an ideal without having shame. There's a level of shame that comes with inspiration because when you're inspired by something, you're recognizing its greatness over you. You're recognizing that there is a ladder to climb to get to where that thing is. And that's why they hate it, because they don't want a ladder to climb. They want everything flat and everything nothing and everything shit. And just these half-cast brown blobs of nothing with no character. They don't even have real life hair because they don't want people to have real differences. So they give them fake pink hair because they cannot understand people having real differences in real life. They don't draw the fucking color in their eyes. They just give them black cartoon Homer Simpson eyes. It's trash.
Yeah, we're not disagreeing. I just didn't express what I was trying to say as well. But the point is, like, you're supposed to see that and think, if I work hard, I could be that. Not really that it's impossible.
Aspirational.
Like when SJW see this ideal human, they think I could never be that, and they're jealous. But what it's supposed to do is inspire you to be a better person.
Yeah. aspirational. Now, men and women see yoga differently. Is this how you see yoga, Carl? Oh wait, I don't think you don't see the.
I can see it.
Oh, you can see the page.
I don't
Pretty
really.
much.
I mean, I don't. This is sort of weird. This is getting in the Robert Crumb territory. I don't.
Yeah, it's a little bit Robert Crumb,
Yeah,
but that's a good way to.
That's a little. That's a little dark.
I was screened by Wenger in advance, and he said it's terrible. Don't show that. And no, he didn't. He didn't. You know, he didn't say that.
Yeah, Adam never listens when I say no.
Yeah, you could look at Spider-Man's butt cheeks. It's much better. Much better.
That spider wants to crawl up Spider-Man's back hole.
Well, you can see he's kind of looking. Have you ever Googled the word back hole and see what images turn up?
It's probably a technical term for like drilling a hole out of like a fucking.
There are drilling devices. I found out and shared some of them, and got a few likes for it. It was well worth it. I'm glad I did. All right, this is about 99% of the content that we have prepared. If anybody wants to follow this Jewish Ben Solo, I'm sure she's got a lot of other.
Wait, click on her profile. See if she has her pronouns in her bio.
Okay. She does not. She does have a link. She likes men on horses.
Oh, she's a Raylo. She's a Raylo.
She retweeted a Raylo.
Yeah, she definitely has a really bad relationship with her father then.
Why would she tweet that artwork?
Because they're crazy.
Yeah, they really are.
Look at that. Look at how miserable they look. This is supposed to be Raylo. Look how miserable they look in that image.
Yeah, wouldn't they be happy? Isn't that the whole idea?
Like, look at Ray's face. Look at it. It looks like she has a developmental disorder.
I didn't mean for any of this to happen. After what happened to my aunt, it's really just a hard thing for me to discuss so plainly. I wanted to vent, not to hurt anyone. It's already sore from what happened with Ellie today. It won't happen again. I'm just sorry. I don't know if we should forgive her. Should we forgive her? Maybe we could like it.
I don't know what happened to her. Sounds like
I can't even make an apology right now. What the fuck am I even capable of? I'm just sorry. Fuck. This is not someone to take advice from. They're having problems and they're talking about it a little bit too openly on Twitter. We don't know what happened to her aunt. Wow, she is really obsessed with the whole.
With the Raylo.
What? I love the smell of incest.
Someone clip that.
This girl is like not good. She's not well. I think they mean incense.
I love incense. I burn incense all day. I actually love incense.
You love incest.
Incense.
Is this is the actor from Star Wars? She's obsessed with this guy. I want him to break me in half.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever broke a gal in half?
No. I mean, he's got a goat. He's holding a goat. Half is too much. Use me like a hand puppet? What the fuck is wrong with this girl?
Wait, what's that?
I don't.
Use me like a hand. So they want to use him as a hand puppet?
Well, apparently that's Zoe Quinn's fantasy because that's what she made up about Alec Kowalka.
Scarlett Johansson's pretty.
Alec Kowalka in her story.
I think I will follow her.
He stuck his hand up her pussy and used her as a puppet.
Oh, he fish hooked her.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you fish hook a lady and they do that Charlie Chaplin walk.
That's what she said.
I mean, she deserved it for sure. So Quinn, she deserved that for sure, right?
Yeah, if it happened, she definitely brought it on.
She's these are we're just joking, but some people are not well. Really not well. Well, I hope everybody backs Seven Legions. I hope he's got a success there. He'll probably get funded. We wish him the best. He was a lot of fun. I didn't know he was SJW Skeletor. He really made that work. He really pulled that off.
Stop fucking doxing him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hide this stream.
You're doxing
definitely have to
Adam.
hide
Like,
this
don't
stream.
be a doxer, dude. That's not cool.
Gotta cut it out. Gotta cut. But I'm kind of addicted, so probably be doing a lot more of that. All right, let's wrap it up and get some rest so we can start this over again tomorrow. It's very important. Carl's got to get some sleep and draw some Death Sworn.
Yeah.
Wenger, back to your focus on your hotel, brother. Thank you for making all this possible. It was a pleasure, and I hope Adam Friended recovers. I think he will.
Yeah,
He's a big boy. He's been around. Definitely good times. 2 beers gone. Not a lot, but 2.
Definitely, if you enjoyed this stream, download it. It will be deleted.
It can't last that much, especially after the yoga thing. The yoga thing was the giveaway that this is not going to be around very long at all. All right, Optimus Deadpool, thank you too for joining us. Zaid Comics, you're amazing.
None of those
just
people are
better
here
Adam.
anymore.
He's trying to start shit.
Why are you saying goodbye like that if it's not going to be around? None of those people are here anymore.
What, were they dead?
No, they left.
Yeah. Does who wants to start saying racial slurs?
All right, we'll catch up to you guys tomorrow.